Hello, everyone. I don't know why I have this AirPod in my ear. Happy Wednesday. I hope your day or your Tuesday was prosperous and it was joyful and it's abundant and you got those coins. Okay, it's Wednesday, right? This is the last final ending step of the 7-step process to realizing your dreams, right? To creating whatever it is that you desire, right? Whether that's success in your relationship, in your business, in your bank account, in your mental health, your physical health, your relationship with food, your relationship with your parents, like whatever success looks like to you. This is the part of the formula where you actually produce a result from what you've been doing, right? So we're going to go over step 7. We went over all of the others. Desire was first. There has to be a want for something different, change, something new. Once you have that desire, you have to define it. What does it look like? What's the time frame? You have to be specific in defining it, right? And then you make a decision, right? You decide, am I willing to do what it takes to accomplish this goal? Am I able to do what it takes to accomplish this goal? You make a decision and then you get emotionally involved, right? So you basically have to feel as if you already are that person, right? So that it'll happen in the future. And then I don't think we went too deep into the parts of the mind, which we will. So I'm not going to get into deep to it here. But you basically have to give that idea that it's already done over to your subconscious. Because that's the part of your mind that controls your actions, right? And then action was the next step, right? Whatever you do, that's going to be the catalyst for you to get a response or a reaction, which was the 6th step, right? You act, God reacts, and then there's a result. So that's what we're talking about today. Results. So we're going to get started here shortly. Sorry about that. Oh, I took some notes. So, all right, where am I at? Got it. So yeah, so like I said, today's live is about results, right? Once again, there's an action, God is then going to react to you. God/universe is then going to react to you. When there's an action and a reaction, there's a result that comes from that, right? And once you produce the result, right, one, you have a physical proof, right, that you can take an idea that you came up with, or a dream, or a fantasy, or this desire, right, and you can bring it into the physical world, because that's what you're doing. And it works for everything. It doesn't pick, which seeds to what's the word I'm looking for? Reap, right? Whatever seed you plant, you are going to reap a fruit that's identical to that seed, because the DNA in that seed produces that type of fruit, right? So it's important there's a couple things, right, when it comes to results. You are responsible for your results, and you are the only person that can change your results, right? Because again, your results come from thoughts, right? You thought about this dream. You created this big idea of you making $1 million in your business this year and doubling your clients and buying that penthouse, skyrise, whatever it is, right? Those are thoughts, right? You don't have that physically yet. You're thinking about it in your mind, right? You're picturing it, right? And then you get emotionally involved in it, right? You start to, you have to give your thoughts feelings, right? Because what you feel controls how you act. So the more feeling you give to these certain thoughts, right, the more likely it is you're going to act on them. If you act, God has to react to you. That's just how it works. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction every time. It never fails. So if you act in a certain way, God is going to react to you in that way, right? And then the action reaction again is going to produce a result. So it's important to notate whatever you plant, that's what you are going to reap. It's like It's like physically, I love saying this. It's like physically and spiritually, like both of those, physically and spiritually impossible for you to plant an apple seed in the ground and reap an orange. It's never, ever, ever, ever going to happen. It's not. The DNA in that seed is not made for an orange. It's made for an apple, right? And you've planted it. You nourished it with water, love, attention, sunlight, right? And it grew into a fruit, right? Your results work the same way. So whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're planting as far as seeds, whatever you're what we call emotionally involved with, right? That's what's going to come to you. If you are, a new business owner and you're shy and reserved, right? Typically, right, the result that you're going to get, I'm assuming, right? Maybe you get invited to a networking event. And let's just say you actually accept the invitation, right? If you're shy and reserved and that's who you've been, that's the result that you've seen for yourself since you've been, 6 years old, right? In that situation, you're going to act as someone who is shy and reserved. You're not going to go up to people and introduce yourself or introduce your business or be, acting, right? You may be in the corner, right? You may just be to yourself. If somebody does come up, you do have a conversation, right? But you're not going to seek out, right, someone to speak to them. If that's how you operate, right, if that's your action, then God has no choice but to react to that, right? So people aren't going to come up to you, right, because you're already giving off the energy that you don't want them to come up to you. And then the result, again, is you went to a networking event and it was much like the other networking events that you go to, right? If you plant a different seed, though, right, if you create a new trait, personality, habit, right? You don't have to, these habits that you've acquired your whole life and personality traits, you don't have to have them, right? You can change them. Yeah, you can change them to whatever you want to. It's crazy. Like you can pick. So if being shy and reserved hasn't gotten you where you want to be, right? Then you must start thinking about how it is how you want it to be, right? Versus how it is. Don't focus on the results that you're getting currently, right? Because the results that you have currently, those are based on what you've done in the past. So when you decide that you're going to go after this new goal and you're going to chase it, you're going to be looking outside of yourself for like the stuff that you need to get it done. And you're not going to see it. It's not going to be there. You know why? Because you don't have the thoughts and feelings and actions associated with having those results in your life, right? Because you don't have them. If you had the thoughts, feelings, and actions that you needed, then you would probably already have these things to then make the result. Does that make sense? Like if you're already given the tools that you need, it'll be a little bit easier to actually, do what it is you need to do. So it's very critical that you analyze your results, right? But through a lens of how can I make this better? Like a solution versus looking at your results and thinking about why they aren't what they should be or what you did wrong and all of that. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't analyze what could have been better in a situation. Absolutely. But you're not dwelling on that. That's not the point of the exercise. You do that first and then you go to the solutions. You don't dwell on the problems because whatever you focus on is what's going to come back to you. So results, again, if you are trying to create a new life for yourself in 2023, one, you're going to have to do something different. That's just pretty much how that is. You're going to have to do something different, right? And to do something different, you have to be something different. Right? You can't do something without first being it. It's be, do, have. Okay? If you want $1 million home, right? You have to embody what it would feel like to be in $1 million home if you expect to get there. If you keep feeling the way that you feel now, you're going to keep getting the same results. That's how it works. If your results aren't to your liking, you can change them. You're literally the only person that can change your results. Nobody else can do it for you. That's the beauty of it. Like, you can do it, and you can choose whatever. Like, there's nothing off limits. You can just choose whatever you want. It's crazy. You just pick like anything, and it honestly, this is the kicker. I don't think many people know this. You can also pick something that somebody else has, and it not diminish from what they have. Like, we could have the same exact dream and vision, and we're gonna both get it 100%. That's how it works. You don't have to. No one is taking anything from you. That's another conversation. But yeah, in general, whatever you plant, right, is what's gonna come back to you. If you're planting thoughts and feelings of what you want, of the life you're trying to live, of the person you're becoming, of the money you want to earn, the body you want to have, the relationship, the homes, the investments, the whatever it is that you want, right? You have to start now planting those seeds. Period. You have to start, right? Because if you don't start, there's never going to be any change. You're the only person that can do this. I want to keep like reiterating that. Nobody else can change your results for you, right? I can't change your results for you. I just give you the information you need to change your own results, right? I don't change your results. You change them by the information that I provide to you. So it's up to you. Like, it's all on me, right? It's all on me to, create the business, push the business, make the money, spend the money, invest the money, build a bigger business, sell this business, get another, like, it's all on me if I want to do that, right? Of course, you want to, follow and listen to people who've done what it is you want to do. That's important. You should not be getting advice about how to change your results, honestly, you shouldn't be getting advice from anyone you wouldn't trade places with. Why are you asking this person their opinion if you would not want to be in their space, their spot where they are? They're only there because of their opinions, their thoughts, and their feelings and their actions. That's just how it works. Now, I'm not saying that anybody's is anybody's. All I'm saying is, you should not ask. You should ask people who've accomplished what it is you want to accomplish, who are doing the things you want to do, who are embodying and showing you the results that they can actually do this, that they've done it themselves. That's very important. So yeah, I mean, this was results. I'm trying to think of, I wrote some stuff down here. I'm trying to think of what, oh, this is a good one. Again, when I say planting seeds, when I say thoughts and feelings, right? And we'll go over this, like I said, in lots of lives. Your mind has two parts in the way that we're speaking of it, right? There's different parts of the mind, but the way that we're speaking of it, your mind has two parts, okay? There's a conscious mind and there's a subconscious mind. I'm going to figure out a way to like have the picture of it pop up. I don't know how to do it yet, but I'm going to have the picture of it pop up so you can see it, because we think in pictures, so you need a picture of it. But there's two parts of your mind. There's one part that controls your decision making, right? That chooses, that accepts or rejects. You can make a decision, right, to watch this live. That's a conscious decision. You can do that. Your subconscious mind, though, it doesn't have the ability to reason, to say yes or no. No, it's going to accept whatever you give it. There is no filter that says, this is probably not great. No. Whatever you give it, it's going to accept. And whatever it accepts, you act on. And whatever you act on, God reacts to, and that produces your results. So we will talk a lot more about what the mind looks like and how it operates, so that you know how to use it, because that is very, very important. I hope you guys found this informative, and you got some gems, took some notes. I am going to make some dinner. I'm very excited, super delish. And I hope everybody has a great day, right? Prosperity, baby. If you have a question, DM me, write me a message. You can also click that link in my bio and book a free call with me. And we can talk about where you are, where you're trying to go, and how we're going to get there. And it's free. All right, I love you all. Have a great night.